Hey, what's up, you animals? Man, this is my Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Sorry, I just woke up, man. Last night we were hanging out for New Year's and shit. Happy New Year's to everybody if anybody's watching. Man, I've got this morning to go do my laundry and a fucking tree fell down. I'm gonna try and splice some pictures of the tree. This shit is crazy. This whole fucking tree fell down. Happy New Year's, motherfuckers. Trying to go do my fucking laundry. Had to walk. Right now, I'm gonna do my laundry this morning. I had to park because I would have had to drive all the way back and swing it back around to get to the same laundromat. We had this big ass tree fell. Hella people were driving hella fast down the street because they didn't know the tree was there. And I was just laughing. People were going like 60 down this little side street and shit. I almost ran into this big ass tree. It was hella funny. But yeah, so Beavis and Butthead is interesting. Growing up, these guys hold a big place in my heart. It's like, I remember one of the first times I ever saw Beavis and Butthead, it was interesting because my mom, she doesn't really laugh at hella stuff. She finds certain things funny. And I always look at myself as a comedian before anything. Like I have some stand-ups specials written down. I have like some jokes and shit. I never tried them on you guys. It's like, it's interesting. Two of the things that made my mom laugh the most when I was a kid, I remember was Tales from the Crypt Keeper. If you guys ever seen that show from HBO, when he come out like, yeah, he was laughing and shit. And then Beavis and Butthead. I remember my mom watching Beavis and Butthead and just like going, oh God, and looking around. And I didn't understand the emotion that she was trying to convey at the time because I was young. And now I know she was like, she liked it, but she's also like, this is stupidity.
You better check that out. Let us put the man and woman together and find out which one is smarter.
The Earth sucks.
Wait a minute.
I think the floor's not working. Oh.
Hey, Butthead, is it normal for the inside of your bunghole to itch?
I am Cornholio! I need TV for my bunghole!
Who are you, fart knockers?
Amusing, yes.
Yes, humorous, yes.
Satirical comment on the time.
Yes, amusing.
Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
Whoa, is this video over?
Yeah, it's over.
Well, that was pretty cool. I mean, it sucked, but at least it was short. They should make them all this short.
Yeah, really. Then you wouldn't have to listen to them as much. What else is on?
You could tell she was just like, these guys are so stupid. I remember one time, Butthead was talking to a girl, and he was like, hey, baby, you want to get me on? She slapped the shit out of it. My mom just started laughing so hard. I didn't understand what get me on meant. I remember one time Beavis and Butthead were in the bra store. They were looking at bras, and he was like, hey, you know where this is going to be? And they were like, yeah. My mom just started laughing. Like, so yeah, man. I haven't seen Beavis and Butthead since I was younger. I have the whole collection of Beavis and Butthead. I have the Mike Judd collection. And every once in a while, someone will actually download like a whole bunch of their own random just like VHS tapes and like with the actual MTV cuts on them with the intros and the outros. I remember there used to be a show called MTV Oddities that would come on around the same time. It had like the Max and a bunch of other shows on it. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. But Beavis and Butthead was at nighttime and it was animation, so just like Animaniacs, Batman the Animated Series, if you were a cartoon at nighttime, I was watching you. I mean, because not Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons, I remember that came out at nighttime. It was weird because it'd be like 7, 8 o'clock at night and there's cartoons on. And I remember Beavis and Butthead was interesting too because my dad would never let me be hella stupid like that. So they were like two friends that I had that would do like dumb shit that I couldn't do. And I always felt like I wanted to do some shit like that, but they also were a reminder of what not to do to be stupid. I remember they had one episode where they were running around trying to kill a fly, and I think Beavis grabbed a wrench or something. He went to the bathroom and just beat up the toilet and beat up the pipes, and just water was flying. They were spraying Raid and shit in the house. It was just hella funny. But yeah, so now it's like what? I think 15 years later, maybe 20 years. It's been hella years since I saw Beavis and Butthead. Wait, 98, 2008, 18, man, maybe over 20 years. Maybe. I don't know exactly. I should have looked that up. I'm stupid for that. But yeah, Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. I haven't seen the new series yet. You know, I didn't like the series that came out a couple years ago where Mike Judge tried to rebrand them. Like, to me, when you watch a series, it's interesting because like South Park, The Simpsons, shows that are hella old, they can't really, how can I say this? They can't really progress in a sense of the characters changing. They can progress in a sense of the relationships changing. Like, for instance, on Family Guy in the first season, Brian and Peter were like best friends. They used to get drunk and shit. Chris used to drink. And Stewie would always try and kill Lois. But then by like the second, maybe the third season, maybe the second, don't quote me, Brian and Stewie hooked up and had their own episode, and then they just became friends. Joe came in the show with a wheelchair, and then Peter would hang out with adults, and Brian and Stewie were friends. Another example of South Park. In the first seasons of South Park, Kenny used to always die. Like, oh, you killed Kenny, you bastard. The rats would come out. It was funny, but as soon as it got old, South Park was smart and just said, he doesn't die anymore. Like, we're done with that. And sometimes shows have to take control like that. Like, I remember the end of the first season of The Walking Dead. I liked it so much because there was no explanation of why everyone was dead and why everyone was turning into zombies. And that's like on Family Guy. There's no explanation why Stewie started hanging out with Brian, just said fuck it. And then there's no explanation why Kenny stopped dying. I think he went to heaven one last time. He was gone for a couple episodes, and then he was just back. And they were like, Kenny doesn't die anymore. Like, all right, whatever. So yeah, Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, man. These guys, they did it right this time. Because in the other Beavis and Butthead, they were looking at stuff from our times without an explanation. They were looking at like UFC. They were looking at stuff from modern times, but they were still old Beavis and Butthead. And this one right here, I'm not going to tell you why, but they make sense to why old Beavis and Butthead are in our time now. And that's the way you have to do it. I remember when the movie Freddy vs. Jason came out, I was kind of scared because I was like, the only way this is going to work if we follow the rules is if Freddy comes from a dream world into real life. Or if you get Jason to fall asleep and fight Freddy. And I think that they had Freddy come back into real life. So even though the movie was garbage, don't get me wrong, I watched it every time. Even though the movie was trash, I still... Matter of fact, dude, can we be honest? I'll watch any versus movie. I'm sad. I'll watch Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus, Freddy versus Jason, Alien versus Predator. I like fights. So any movie that's horrible has a versus in it. It could be whatever versus whatever. I'm gonna watch this shit. I mean, even if it's horrible. I like shitty movies, you guys. I don't know why. As I'm getting older and my life is like coming to an end, I try to watch better movies, but it's like I like shitty movies. I like talking shit. I like looking at a movie and be like, this is fucking horrible. And I keep watching this shit. It's like looking at a car accident. You're looking at it with that one hand, you know, the one eye through the fingers and shit. So yeah, man, Beavis and Butthead are back. They're doing their old shit. They're just how they used to be, and that's what I wanted. Like, when I watched this show, I was like, I just want the same old shit, dude. I want the same old Beavis and Butthead. I want the same old shit, and just give me what I if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, and that's what they did here. It's Beavis. They even have Beavis sounding kind of like Beavis, because if you remember the last, the reboot they did, I felt like Mike Judd, maybe he still voiced them both, but his Beavis wasn't on. It's like he's older, so kind of like if you were a musician trying to hit the high notes, Beavis's voice is really high. And I felt like Mike Judd, he wasn't hitting it as good. Still, don't get me wrong, the man does everything. I'm not taking anything from him. He's a fucking, you know, I bow down to you, man. I feel like Mike Judd, he really played a big part in my life with Beavis and Butthead. It's like, when I hear him explain what they were supposed to be, that's exactly what they were to me. So, it's very seldom that someone makes something, creates something, explains it to me, and I'm like, I completely get what you're saying, and that's what I got before you even said it. And that's basically Beavis and Butthead. Two dudes that are stupid, and people get mad at them, but they're not evil. they're not trying to go with stupid intentions. They're just two dudes that think they're hella cool. They're not, but I love their confidence. Like, fuck, I wish I had the confidence of Butthead. Butthead is just like, for a dude that never gets any ass, a dude that looks hella stupid, has braces, walks hella dumb, he fucking has so much confidence. He'll just walk up to a chick and just say, hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? I have a chick that I like at my gym. She hella doesn't give a fuck about me. And it sucks the way my heart works because, like, for the last 4 years, I've been in the darkness, and I haven't liked a female, really. And now that I like this chick, even though I wish I didn't, my heart's just like, that's what I should have. I gotta listen to my heart. And I feel like my heart loves Beavis and Butthead the same way. It's like, these guys are my dudes right here. It's like, if I had two friends that were Beavis and Butthead, I would hang out with them. I don't know why, but there's just something, but they hold a place in my heart just like she does. But yeah, so in this show right here, basically, they get in trouble, and they have to go and do something at a space camp. And I'm not going to tell you too much of the plot because I don't want to spoil anything. This is like one big-ass Beavis and Butthead episode, you know what I'm saying? It's like an hour and a half long. That's another thing, too. The timing's perfect. Right when it started getting like, okay, let's wrap it on up, they wrapped it up. There's some side stories. I like the way that they incorporated wokeness and certain terminology that Beavis and Butthead wouldn't have never heard before. And they gave it to them and had them show you how stupid it was by them being stupid. It kind of proved a point. Like, when you have someone stupid try and understand something that's stupid or do something that's stupid, it really sheds a light on it because you just see it from stupid from both angles. Where usually if someone is fighting for a fact that they like or arguing for a fact that they like, they try and have everything ready on their side. But I feel like if you want to have a real true argument with someone, or even want to look at different opinions on a point, you should look into debunking what you like and look into information about what you like. I feel like it's weird if you just look into things that favor your point instead of the counterpoints to that, so that way you have all the information, you know what I mean? But yeah, so Butthead, he's still Butthead. Beavis is still Beavis. There's some side characters that are really interesting, that are really cool. I like the little associate dude. You'll see what I'm talking about. He's a little sidekick to the main villain. I like how the villain's a woman. I think in the first one, Beavis and Butthead Do America, the villain was Demi Moore, I think. So it was a chick. So I like how they do that. How the chick is always the villain, and Beavis and Butthead are always trying to do the chick, and she doesn't understand. It's weird. It's kind of like the Power Rangers were trying to do Rita from the chick that would make the monsters. And they were, and she's like, "What the fuck? Why aren't you guys doing karate?" They're like, "We'll do karate." Yeah, is that what you guys are calling it these days? They always have cool ass ways to make me laugh, and it's just stupid. It's just stupid. It's like Beavis and Butthead are dumb as fuck to me in a good way. I don't know how to explain it. It's like anything else is not stupid like this, I can't even watch it. But you put this shit on, I can watch this shit all night on my deathbed. Put on an episode of Beavis and Butthead, I'll laugh. It's stupid. But yeah, the things I didn't like about it, there wasn't much, man. It's like, I watched a bunch of movies today too, like, cause I'm having a top 5 list and a top worst 5 list of any TV shows, series, if I reviewed them or not. Be looking for that if anyone's watching. But, you know, there wasn't too much bad about the show. It's like, the segues were good. There might have been 1 or 2 jokes that didn't land. But I mean, if you're throwing shit against the wall and it's sticking, fuck it, right? I mean, shit, the room's shitty as fuck, so maybe there's a spot without some shit on the wall, but there's plenty of shit on the wall, so you're good here, bro. There's gonna have anything you want. If you have a little chick, you guys should do like a date night, she's gonna probably laugh too. It wasn't hella crude, like I like it. Like, Beavis and Butthead grew up a little bit, not a lot. They don't talk about how old they are, that's smart. Because you don't, like, are you guys way older, or way younger? Trying to think, what else didn't I like about the show? The animation looks good. It's almost that Archer animation. It's interesting how they did it. I feel like the humans that are regular humans are like Archer animation, and then Beavis and Butthead are like a combination of the old animation and new animation. I'm not sure if they did that as a shout out to dudes like me, the older people, instead of just making completely new animation where I wouldn't know who they are. I always like how if you ever notice this in Beavis and Butthead, the way they look is weird as fuck, right? And whenever there's a drawing of them, or whenever there's a silhouette of them, or anything where someone is showing them, like on the news or something, they always look crazy as hell, and no one ever says anything. And this one right here, I liked how the government official dudes were acting like they do look weird. Like, man, what the fuck? These guys look weird. Like, what the fuck? They look all weird like that. Because, yeah, Beavis and Butthead have big-ass foreheads. Their shoes have always been... I laugh at them. I just laugh at them. Their shoes, they have hunchback. I like how they don't like each other sometimes. How Butthead's always trying to beat Beavis' ass. And then, we all know Beavis will just really beat Butthead's ass. Like, Butthead is the alpha, but Beavis is like the sigma. So I feel like when push comes to shove, Beavis will fuck up Butthead. But if you don't push Beavis, then he's going to be cool with Butthead kind of beating him up and picking on him. But when everything's said and done, Beavis will fucking just stomp Butthead and knock him out, really. I would love to see a street beef West Coast fight of Beavis versus Butthead, just straight punching and kicking. That'd be hella funny. Probably lasts about 30 seconds. Or even them with those bats with the boxing gloves at the end. I don't know if you guys remember that episode. But yeah, man. I don't want to rant too much about it. I'm trying to think, because I want you guys to go see it. Like, on a scale of, I'm trying to think if we went 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 on, was it 1 to 5 on movies, or, I don't remember. If it's 1 to 5, I'll give this on 5. If it's 1 to 10, I give this one a 10. I'm not trying to give out too many, but this one and Weird were just two good movies. I'm glad I saw this at the end of the year too, right? Because it's gonna be on my top 5 list. I will watch this again. It'll probably be a classic. I'll probably fuck around. I like this one better than Beavis and Butthead Do America, honestly, because Beavis and Butthead Do America had a better soundtrack. Beavis and Butthead Do America had better cameos. Beavis and Butthead Do America had better voice acting. But I think the story itself was something else. It was like Beavis and Butthead experiencing people, where this movie right here is like people experiencing Beavis and Butthead, and Beavis and Butthead experiencing what we experience. So it was weird. It was like a look inside through the mind of a child or some shit. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I definitely dug this movie. Let me think. Any final thoughts? Like I said, I thought Beavis' voice was way better this time. I'm going to check out the series, and I'll do a review on, just a quick review on the series that's streaming right now. I'll try and check that out. Because, like I said, I love Beavis and Butthead, the original series. I like the Mike Judd collection, which was just his favorites. Those are cool. I like all the specials and stuff. I don't like the last season. The one that came out with the drones and with the UFC, and they were eating tacos and getting fat. Didn't too much care for that season. Maybe 1 or 2 episodes were good. This one right here, man, they're back. And if you hate Beavis and Butthead, then there's nothing here for you, because they are the same old Beavis and Butthead. So if you're like, man, I hope they change, it's not the same old shit, this ain't for you, bro. You probably give it like a 1. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to give it either a 5 or a 10. I'll splice in how we do it on the movies. I'm trying to remember. I just woke up, you guys, my bad. I probably look like shit too. Sorry if the last couple videos were out of focus. I'm still in the kitchen. I have a green screen, I have a tripod, I have a microphone, and I have a garage with a bunch of little spots in there, like a Bob Marley corner. I have some comic book shit, I have some Tales from the Crypt shit. I feel like I can record in there in a couple different spots. The sound might sound better. So just bear with me right now. This is just me bullshitting, and I'm going to try and get some guests in here with me. I'm going to try and get some other YouTube guys I was talking to. I don't know if they're hella known or not, but they had reached out to me. A couple people hit me up too, telling me I should interview fighters, and I should try and, what else was it someone told me? He said interview fighters. He told me to do an interview. I don't really do interviews and shit, you guys. I don't do social media and shit. Even this shit right here is just to talk to somebody, and in case I pass away, just to have something out there. I felt like this last year, a lot of my friends passed away, and a lot of my family members passed away. And you know, we ain't guaranteed any days and shit. And it's like, I honestly thought this was gonna be the last year of my life in my mind. So I fought a bunch of times this year, and it's the first, so I didn't die yet. But you never know. Yeah, you guys, thanks if anybody's watching. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a 5 or a 10. Burlap was fucking drunk or fucked up. I don't know. He didn't come through. He flaked on me. But yeah, the fat dudes are saying thanks for watching. Happy New Year. And yeah, take it easy. I have a Cabinet of Curiosity review coming out. It's an anthology. I'm just going through quick. It's 8 episodes. They're pretty good. It's on Netflix. Check it out. And if you check that thing out too, thanks. And I'll see you guys later.
Relativity. What's with it? It's your drinkability. Sergeant Young, you know how we gets down. Triple B. Shotgun and pool. Up in here tonight, and we finna do how we do. You know. It's beautiful. Everything is everything. Load up on those turn target house mouth. Flower fish sandwiches. Bloody noses, knees and elbows. Look up with bandages. Used to tune out every party, trying to get in some jeans. So I started nipping my face back at age 14. And now I'm grown to 5G, bitch, and that's all that I've been. So all I do, bitches hogging the wind. Swamp party tomorrow, after party, cooning again. Popping easies on this rich, crazy and 2 of her friends. I'm serving her man excursion DVD on 2 screens. She love it when young be flying, rock, smack.